So I just wanted to say that um, if you're a person and you're in a place where you find yourself single, maybe you've been single for a long time, or you are just got out of a relationship, or you, even if it's not even about relationships, maybe you are in a relationship, but you find that you feel so alone, or kind of like single, like it's just you don't really have nobody to talk to, and you find that you feel alone. And even if you don't feel alone, you just feel like no nobody really, you in your own energy right now, you in your own space right now, and ain't nobody really getting you. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to talk about how, like, to enjoy your singleness and enjoy your time alone. And I feel like I've heard this before, and it's probably been some years ago, where I was listening to this lady and she was talking about that, just enjoy your singleness, enjoy your time by yourself. And I realized when I look back on my own life, when I'm by myself and I'm actually utilizing that time, and I'm actually spending that time wisely, I'm so productive. I'm so happy. I'm so, like, content. Even if I find myself feeling like, damn, I wish I can call one of my girlfriends so we can get together, especially now with it being COVID-19. And I know people around the world, maybe in some areas you don't feel as restricted, and then in other areas, it's a lot of people ain't doing nothing. And then even when you go somewhere, you feel uncomfortable because you got to have on this mask, and you just don't even feel like you can be yourself. And so it probably is a lot of people out here right now that do feel alone and like they're just by themselves. And so this is why I'm saying, like, if you can find a way to utilize that time and take that time to get to know yourself more, if you haven't already, take that time to be creative, take that time to be productive, take that time to love on yourself, take care of your health, to make yourself a better person. And that way, when the time comes, because everything is a season, and you might just be going through a season where you're by yourself for a little while. Like, we know everything happens in seasons, because what was going on maybe 6 months ago or last year is not going on now. We're in, at least where I live at, it's winter time, but in a short amount of time it'll be spring, and then summer, and then fall, and then winter, and then again and again and again. So life is cycles and seasons, and because we go through cycles and seasons even in our personal life, it's like, how can you take advantage of each season and each cycle that you're going through? Because for some people, they love the summer, some people hate the summer, some people love the winter, some people, so it's like always just finding a way to adjust to each season, instead of being in a space of like frustration or whatever around whatever the season is. And so in this video, I'm just encouraging people who do feel alone, or who are single or whatever, like, it's a good thing, kind of like, because I really, when I think, like I said, back on my life, I find that I've been more productive when I spend time by myself, whether you're in a relationship or not. I feel like when you spend that time alone, even if it's just an hour in the morning or whatever, you can take time to check in with yourself, to make sure you're good. You could be creative. I find myself being more creative. I'm able to hear, especially if you're a spiritual person, whether you believe in God or whether you just are spiritual in general, you can actually hear yourself and hear the universe, the creator, God, whatever you believe in. You can actually hear that speaking to you and telling you, what it is you need to do moving forward, what it is that you've learned, what have you gained from the past situation when your life was maybe busier, and what can you do now when things seem a little bit more quiet and things seem more lonely, because you're never really alone, but you seem more by yourself. How can you still show up and be a person that's happy and be content even in that season? And even when you find yourself where it's just you, what can you create? What can you do? How can you flourish more within yourself? And then when it does come to time where you're in a new season and you're maybe in a relationship, or you're got a bunch of friends or family and it's a lot of stuff going on, you can be ready for it because you've nurtured yourself and you've been taking time to build yourself up, and you got a good routine, and you'll be able to set healthier boundaries when your life gets busier, because you'll be able to be like, well, all this time I've been by myself, I've been going to the gym every day, I've been eating right, I've been going hiking, I've been painting, I've been whatever you do. I'm not saying those things is what I've been doing, but I'm just saying everybody can have something that they've been doing to be taking care of themselves, and you can keep those things going. So even when your life does get busy, you still make time for yourself. And I think that's the whole point in those seasons where you feel like secluded or alone, is to learn how to love and appreciate yourself, and learn how to be okay with that. Learn how to be okay with just you. What's wrong with you? Why you can't just be good with yourself for a little while? Because we all know it's going to change. Before you know it, it'll be a bunch of other stuff going on. Same thing with this COVID-19. At some point, things will pick back up and it'll be more things going on, and it won't feel like this. But in your single season or in your secluded season, you've learned a lot, you've grown a lot, you've learned a lot about yourself, and maybe you've started some new things, and you can take those things with you into the next season where maybe it's a lot of stuff going on. So I hope this message makes sense. Enjoy your single, secluded time and love on yourself. Peace.